Our third selection in today's episode sees last season's 16th place side Wolves playing host to third place Manchester City. And Wolves, they were hit hard in this summer transfer window as they did lose two big pieces to the Manchester clubs. First off was Matheus Cunha to Manchester United, and then also Ryan Aït-Nouri to today's opposition in Manchester City. Now, they did manage to take in £111 million from those two deals, but considering that both players combined for 40% of Wolves' goal contributions last season, I think these departures will sorely be missed. Last season, Wolves did manage to finish 16th in the Premier League, and they really benefited from a weak crop of promotion sides. As such, they managed to avoid the drop by 17 points with 42 points overall. They host a Manchester City side who saw a number of key changes in this transfer window. The old guard of Kevin De Bruyne and Kyle Walker have departed to Napoli and Burnley respectively, and Pep has tried to replace the creativity of Kevin De Bruyne with the addition of three players in Ryan Aït-Nouri at fullback and two midfielders of Ryan Cherki and Tjani Reinders as well for a combined £90 million. Last season, Manchester City did manage to finish third place in the table, and they did look far from their best. After the additions of these key pieces to replace Kevin De Bruyne, I do think Manchester City will be able to challenge for the title once more. When we take a look at the head-to-head records, the previous encounter between these sides took place right at the end of last season in May. Manchester City managed to run out 1-0 winners at the Etihad thanks to a goal contribution from Kevin De Bruyne in the middle of the first half. However, when we take a look at the numbers, we can see it was quite a torrid affair. Both sides only combined for an XG of 1.11, as Manchester City did manage to choke the game out, dominating the possession and manage the 1-0 win. Longer term, that win for Manchester City made it 3 in a row. They've also won 9 of the last 10 Premier League encounters in a record dating back to December of 2019. My prediction for today's game is that I really don't want to be too negative about sides right at the start of the year. However, Wolves have lost two really big pieces and haven't replaced them, and I do think they're going to struggle this year. They're going to be up against a Manchester City side who definitely have something to prove this year, and I think for those reasons I struggle to see anything other than a Manchester City win on the opening day. I think although they are the away side, odds of 1.5 does seem fair value, so I'm going to back the Citizens to pick up a win for a full stake here in bet number 3.